She joked that she'd marry anyone who could fix her dead machine. No one believed the poor 35-year-old mechanic would even try, until he did the impossible. What happened next shocked the entire room. And her heart. Like, subscribe, and tell me where you're watching from. Let's get started. She stood in her downtown Los Angeles tech facility, her voice echoing across the massive workshop. Employees froze when the 35-year-old Millionaire CEO, Alina Reeves, pointed at the dead industrial prototype. Laughing, she joked, "Fix this broken machine and I'll marry you." Everyone chuckled, except the quiet 35-year-old mechanic in the corner. Ethan Hale wiped grease from his hands, unsure if he should even step forward. He was new, broke, and barely holding life together. The machine wasn't just broken, it was declared beyond saving by top engineers. Still, something inside him whispered that he understood machines differently than anyone there. Alina's joke spread through the workers like wildfire. Engineers grinned, shaking their heads, certain no one, not even the highest-paid specialists, could repair the failed power core. To them, Ethan was invisible, but he wasn't offended. He'd spent his whole life unnoticed but gifted. Machines spoke to him in their own language. He approached quietly. "Permission to try?" he asked softly. The room erupted with snickers. Alina raised an eyebrow, amused. You think you can fix what $1 million team couldn't?" His calm eyes didn't waver. Something in his tone made her pause. Finally, she nodded. "Go ahead, surprise me." Oh. Ethan didn't start with tools. He closed his eyes and placed his hand against the metal surface, listening for vibration patterns. The crowd fell oddly silent. Alina watched him closely. He wasn't guessing, he was diagnosing. Every technician looked confused. How could a poor mechanic hear what they could not? He crouched near the lower panel, tapping gently. The machine responded with inconsistent echoes. "Your core stabilizer isn't broken," Ethan murmured. "It's misaligned by less than a millimeter." Engineers frowned, offended. One whispered, "Impossible. We scanned that area 20 times." Ethan simply removed the panel and exposed the problem instantly. Inside was the tiniest shift, barely visible, but enough to disrupt the entire power system. Ethan's hands worked with surgical precision. No shaking, no hesitation. Alina watched, her smile fading into awe. "How did you even see that?" she whispered. Ethan replied, "Machines reveal truth when you listen, not when you force them." He adjusted the alignment manually, something no automated tool dared attempt. A single wrong angle would destroy the entire power core. Workers held their breath. Sparks flickered, lights pulsed, and Ethan's face tightened with unwavering focus. Every movement counted. It was mastery, raw, instinctive, and nothing short of extraordinary. Finally, he stepped back. "Try now," he said. Alina approached with cautious curiosity, her hand trembling slightly as she hit the ignition sequence. For 3 seconds, the room was silent. Then the machine roared to life. Smooth, powerful, flawless. Gasps erupted. Engineers stared, stunned. Ethan had done what no one else could. Alina's jaw dropped. Her joke wasn't funny anymore. She turned slowly toward Ethan, speechless. "You actually fixed it," she breathed. He nodded humbly. "You said anyone who could deserves to marry you," he said lightly, making the room erupt with nervous laughter. Alina felt her cheeks warm unexpectedly. People swarmed with questions. How? When? Who trained him? Ethan quietly stepped back, uncomfortable with attention. Alina pushed through the crowd toward him. "Don't disappear on me," she said gently. "I need to know how you learned this." Ethan looked down. "My father taught me before he passed. We repaired everything together." Her expression softened. The fearless CEO suddenly felt human, touched by his honesty. "You're not a mechanic," she said quietly. "You're a genius who never got a chance." Ethan shrugged. Life didn't leave space for chances. But Alina saw more. Talent, humility, brilliance no resume could ever show. As employees celebrated around them, Alina's eyes remained on Ethan. Her joke now felt like destiny teasing her. "Come with me," she said. She guided him to her glass office overlooking the city. The machine's hum echoed downstairs like a heartbeat. Ethan stood nervous, unsure why she brought him here. "I wasn't serious about the marriage thing," she said with a soft laugh. Ethan nodded. "I know." She stepped closer. "But I was serious about talent. You're wasted in the garage." He looked confused. "What are you suggesting?" She smiled. "I want you on my innovation team. Lead technician, full salary, full respect." Ethan froze. The world seemed too heavy, too generous, too unreal. "Me? Lead?" She nodded. "You proved more in 10 minutes than anyone has in years." Ethan swallowed hard. "Alina, no one's ever trusted me like that." She met his eyes. "Then let me be the first." The offer wasn't just life-changing, it was soul-changing. Ethan exhaled shakily. "If you really think I'm worth it, I'll do it." She smiled gently. "I know you are." Their handshake held a spark neither expected, as if the joke had opened a door neither dared to approach before. Over the next weeks, Ethan transformed the facility. Machines once abandoned came alive again. Workers who once mocked him now sought his guidance. Alina watched him every day, admiring not just his skill, but his kindness, his patience, and the quiet brilliance that radiated from him like warm sunlight. People whispered about their closeness, but Alina didn't care. She found excuses to visit his workshop, leaning in the doorway as he worked, smiling at the concentration on his face. Ethan pretended not to notice, but his heartbeat always quickened when she approached. Something unspoken grew between them. One evening, after everyone left, she brought him coffee. "You changed this place," she said softly. Ethan shook his head. "You gave me a chance." She stepped closer, their hands almost touching. "Do you remember my joke?" she whispered. Ethan smiled shyly. "Hard to forget." Her voice lowered. "What if it wasn't a joke now?" Ethan's breath caught. "Alina," she met his eyes with soft certainty. "You didn't just fix a machine. You rewired something in me." The room felt warmer. Ethan stepped closer, heart pounding. "Then maybe destiny overheard your joke," he whispered. Their lips met softly, gentle, inevitable, perfect. Long after the lights dimmed, the machine still hummed in the background, the same machine that brought two hearts together. And though everything began with a joke, what grew between them was real, undeniable, and beautifully unexpected. Sometimes love arrives disguised as impossible challenges and a mechanic brave enough to try.